the craziest, cleverest way to earn $5,000 a day with ChatGPT by using TikTok in this simple method. It's absolutely crazy. Let's jump in here. My name is Ryan Borden, and let's have a look at this. What am I talking about? Well, let's go over here and have a look at income for just a second. And this is our Stripe account, which is credit card processing. Means that's how we collect payments. You know, we put in your credit card and something has to process that. This is Stripe. We use PayPal too, but that's separate. And I'm not bragging here, but I do want to show you what's actually possible, because I think a lot of people struggle like, I'm never going to make $1 online, or it's not possible for me, but it actually is, right? And so the truth of the matter is that we all started from somewhere. You know, I didn't start making money online. My first job was at a grocery store. I was bagging groceries, right? Technically, my first job before that was cleaning up construction, like I was sweeping out buildings. But that didn't last a whole long time. I got to a grocery store, was inside, out of the cold, and making more money. So here we go, and $145,000, if you divide that out on 28 weeks, it's like $5,191. So I just rounded us off here to a nice $5,000 a day. And so actually, if we roll here, and we can look beyond this at like 3 months, for example, and get $489,000 in 12 months, and then here we go, like $1.155 million. And we're on the path right now. As you can see, the income's kind of gone like this. And then this is just at the end because we're right in March, so it doesn't know what to predict yet, so it always puts it down. But this, we got some new stuff going on, and so this will keep going up. We're trending and projecting towards about 3 million this year. That aside, I want you to understand that if we can do 3 million, you can do, you know, start out and make $1,000 a month, $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, and that sort of stuff. You're not going to get to $5,000 like tomorrow, and it's not going to be instant. There's no magic button here. You do have to do work. And to that end, if you could give me a yes in the comments right now, just let me know if this is a video that you want. Helps me on YouTube, helps me to understand that I'm giving you the right kind of videos, because obviously I want to do that. And I look at those metrics to see where we're at, which is how we get to this video here. And something else we're going to need is the tool list, and then I'm going to talk about live classes. So what are those? The tool list is this. If you go to this website, you can get this checklist, and we have a list of companies that will pay you to promote their stuff. And in the yellow bar, we have the free Facebook group where you can join up and get among like-minded people, ask questions and that sort of stuff. And then the live classes, which is in the blue bar there. This is where you can join us live on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and we break down everything, answer questions, and take your questions, and the community jumps in and gives feedback. And so we can join us every Tuesday and Thursday live if you go to this website. So as we go to number 1, our checklist here, we can jump in and have a look. We need a company to promote. So what does that mean? Well, we got to have something to sell, basically. So this is a popular tool here. We're going to go here, have a look-see at their affiliate program, which is at the very bottom. Most of these, if you just roll to the bottom, you can get to the affiliate program, if not direct links. And then we can apply and then log in. And we get to see some stats, which is great. But what's really important here is the link. The link is how people are going to ultimately, they're not going to directly click on it. We're going to talk about this later in the video, because we're going to do this in a smart way. If you send traffic directly to this link, you can make a few $100 a month. That's fine. That's what you want to do. But I prefer to make thousands and tens of thousands and then hundreds of thousands. And so we're going to do this in a more clever way to make more money. So stick with me. Later we'll talk about the link, but this is the link when I talk about it. That's what I'm referring to. You can see if we go to our payouts here, there's, you know, thousands of dollars, a couple of $2,000, $3,000 a month that we get paid. And then, you know, that's all because we haven't promoted in a while, but it's residual because they pay 30% reoccurring. So like the cool thing is, like when I worked at the grocery store and I was bagging groceries, if I go in and work part-time, then 20 hours a week, let's say, bag some groceries up, I get paid the next week or 2 weeks later for 20 hours, right? Then that's it. The cool thing about this is if I get a customer and they're a customer 2 years from now, I'm still getting paid every single month 2 years from now. So that's a huge leverage point, and we're going to do some more leverage points, which is what makes this the clever, simple way to do it, right? Because it seems really simple that if you could, instead of doing 20 hours of work over here and getting paid once, if I can do the same 20 hours of work and get paid every single month for the duration that they're a customer, that's simple. Everybody can understand that. You get paid multiple times for the same work. Now, that may be a foreign concept if you've never had that, but it's really simple, and it's amazing. Once you start experiencing it, you will love it. So The next thing we need to do now is start to create the views so that we can get leads, sales, and then money, right? So this is a process, and it's basically just working across like this. And how do we get views? Well, we need a video. We can replicate a video. And so step number 2 here, stick with me because we're going to talk about a couple of things here. First of all, we're going to jump over to TikTok or YouTube, right? And grab a video that we like. Typically, you can search for like a video around the topics you want, Jasper AI, for example, and we can find videos that work. Why do we want to use videos that work? Because we don't want to reinvent the wheel. We want to get something that the algorithms on the platforms already know is successful and people want. And that means that people want to watch videos like this. So we're going to make a video that they want to watch. Does that make sense? Right? So how would you go from wherever you are right now to making either your first dollar or making more money online? Give people what they want. Because if they already want it, you don't have to convince them. They already want to watch videos like this. This is 3 million views, 1.4 million views. People already want to watch this stuff. They proved it. There it is. There's the views. People want to watch it. So we're going to give them more of what they already want. Sounds straightforward. Again, we're going for simple here. I don't know how to make it any simpler. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to ChatGPT and ask it to rewrite a script for us. All right, so stick with me here. Like I said, this point is a little long. You can see it's got a lot of stuff going on here. We are going to ask ChatGPT to utilize a hook from James Jernigan's list, which I'll tell you about that in a minute, and do it in a certain grade level, right? So what does that mean? Well, James Jernigan, let's talk about him for a minute. He taught one of the classes this week, and he's going to teach some more classes in the future. James has a list. He's been doing videos for years, and he's tested tons and tons of hooks. What are hooks? They are the intro to your video. It's like, hang on there, you know, or, you know, this feels illegal to know, but it's not. This is the kind of things that grab your attention. You know, if a video doesn't have a great hook, you generally don't watch it. But the ones that do, those are the ones that you watch. And you may not even be aware of this, but it's super powerful psychology. And so what James has done is he spent hundreds and hundreds of hours testing different hooks, and he's taught classes on it before in his own courses. And so now he's come into the live classes. Again, the live classes I'm talking about are right here at this website. And so he's taught some, and he's going to teach some more. And he gave us his hook list. So his master hook list of all the hooks that he's found that provide the most attention grabbing, because the hook is the thing, the biggest thing that makes a difference of whether or not someone watches your video or not. And once they watch your video, they can move to the next step of becoming a lead, ultimately becoming a sale, which ultimately makes you money. So it makes sense, right? We're going for simple, right? How is the simplest way? If I have 10 people watching my video, the most sales I can make is 10. Right? So I could get paid. Now, everyone isn't obviously going to buy. Not everyone that walks into the grocery store buys every single item in the grocery store. It's not how it works. Some people buy bread, some people buy apple juice, some people go over here and they're going to buy apples, right? So you go to the grocery store and you buy certain things. So some people are going to buy some of the products you're selling and other people are going to buy others. Now, you're going to have some people that are going to buy like everything, of course, but obviously, if we have 100 people that watch the video, then we now have 100 potential sales. If we have 1.9 million people that watch the video, that's a whole lot more potential sales, which is a whole lot more potential money for you. And we're working to do this in the most clever way possible and the most simple way possible. So what I want to do if I go out is make the most money in the smartest way and the simplest way. Is that what you want to do? Right. So that's pretty basic. So whether you're trying to make your first dollar, the first $1,000, or make $10,000 a month, you know, and you don't have to get to $5,000 a day because it's a lot of work, right? You can stop at $1,000 a day or $500 a day, right? $500 a day is what? That's like $15,000 a month. If you had an extra $15,000 a month right now, like you got $15,000 right now, and then next month you got $15,000, and next month you got $15,000, and next month you got $15,000, right? What would you do? What would you, where would you go? Would you change how you eat? Would you change what you do? Would you change where you go? What would you buy? What vacation would you take this year? So if that makes sense, let's dive back into this here. You can stop at any level you want, make as much money as you want, or stop if you're happy. But the way that you can make more money is by having a fantastic hook, because that gives you more views. Now, we also want to write it in a grade level that makes sense for two reasons. One, stats say that most people can function, like most content that runs about 8th grade level is ideal, right? Between 6th and 8th grade. If you make it at a higher level than that, you start to narrow down your audience that you can reach to because of how people communicate and how they think and what schooling they've had and whatever, right? So I go for grade level 6 because if you can get at 6th grade level, you can hit the most amount of people. Plus, if people from other languages that English isn't their first language watch the videos, you get them as well. So like I said, stick with me. Point 2 is the longest point here. We're going to jump into this and we're going to move to 3. So how do I do that? I talked about it. Let me show you. So if I go in here, first of all, I have a video script down here that I've put in here that I got from video. I'm asking ChatGPT to rewrite the script. Then I'm asking ChatGPT to use one of the hooks from James' list. This feels illegal, but it's not. So this is a fantastic hook because if you roll out and you're scrolling through social media, TikTok or YouTube, and if you don't do that, other people do, and they're scrolling through and they hear a video within the first 2 seconds like, this feels illegal, but it's not. That is a fantastic hook. You're like, oh, what is this? You want to watch it, right? Again, what's important here? Views, because views equal ultimately money. So if we go in here, I want to write it at a grade level 6. So I don't know what grade level the script is at, but ChatGPT will rewrite it at grade level 6. And yes, you can do this, along with lots of other things that we have talked about in the live classes. But here it is, and it's writing the whole thing out in grade level 6. It's going to use my hook, and it's going to give me everything I need by the time it's all said and done here, right? So now, I don't know where I'm going here. Hang on. So now that we have our script, right, that we have replicated, and we use James Jernigan's hook, and even if we don't get it in ChatGPT, we can actually literally just, we don't really have to put that in ChatGPT. You can literally just take the script it writes at 6th grade level and then just add that on the front of it and be like, hey, this feels illegal, but it's not. And then go into the script, right, as you replicate the video. Post it up on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, everywhere you want to post it, right? Now you're getting views. Now what? Well, you got to turn those views into leads. That's where number 3 comes in, and that is our CRM. What's a CRM? In simple terms, it takes a landing page like so. It lets us collect people's email address because we want to be able to email them. Hang on, I'm clicking on the wrong thing. Here we go. We want to be able to email them, right? So we want them to enter their email address. They watch our video. They go through a redirect link, which again, we cover that in the live classes, but don't have time for that in this video because it'll get way long if I teach you everything, and I just can't because you don't want to sit here for 3 hours, right? So short version is they watch the video, they enter a redirect link, they enter their email address right here. Once you have their email address, you're going to send them emails. Now, you're not going to do it. The CRM is going to do it. And emails look something like so. Tons and tons of them, but there's going to be the link. Remember the link we talked about at the beginning? That's it. We're going to put this link in the emails. So that's why I said you can send views directly here and you're going to make a few bucks, right? And there's plenty of people out there. There's methods you can go get out there on YouTube or TikTok right now that are going to say, hey, post your link in the video and away you go. Fine. Go make a few $100 if you want to. The smarter, clever way to do this is to set up a CRM. And again, we cover that in the live classes. But what the CRM does for you is it works for you. Now, I like automation, AI, and bots to work for me while I sleep, while I work, while I do other things so that I don't have to do as much work, but I still make more money. So I do less work and make more money. Now, I still work a lot, but because I want to go, obviously, we're working on getting from 1 million to 3 million. And again, you can't do that without some work. However, if you're working on getting from $0 to $1 to $1,000 to $5, $10, $15, $20,000 a month, this is the way you start, because now every single day when someone comes over here and they enter their email address into the landing page, they start getting emails, and they get emails every single day. So I'm talking they get an email, right? So if we go here where I just was, and right away, 0 minutes means as soon as they sign up to get an email. Then the next day they get an email. Then the next day they get an email. Then it comes out here and it sticks them into the next thing. And they get another email and another email. And it sticks them to the next thing. And we can make these really long. These are really short because I'm showing you examples. But we can make them ridiculously long. Like here's one with 11 emails. But I have campaigns that I've built before. You ultimately want to build a campaign, different campaigns, so they get stuff going all year long, right? Why would we want to do that, right? So see, we can see tons of emails in here. Why would we want to do that? Well, because we want to just loop the concept here. We're going to loop it over and over and over again. So it's kind of like here, and then you go back to number 1, and then you go through this, and you go back to number 1, and you come back here. You get the concept. It's like a giant loop. You come back over here. So what does that look like in like 30 seconds? In 30 seconds, that looks like you go back over here. You get a new tool from the list. This one, this one, this one, all of these, and then all of these, and then all of these, right? You just go down the list. You grab the tool. You replicate the video using a great hook from James's list that he gave us all for free in the live classes on Thursday. So he taught the class, gave the list away free. It's in the replay sheet. If you join the live classes, you get it. So I'm going close to my 30 seconds. You use ChatGPT to rewrite the script at a grade level 6, and then you automate it by throwing up a landing page and some emails utilizing System here or any CRM that you want to use, but this is the one we show in the live classes, and it automatically sends emails every single day and sells them the stuff, and you just keep going. So what does that mean? As you go through here, you make your video, which gets views. You send them to the CRM landing page, which gets them turned into a lead. The CRM sends them emails every day, which creates sales, and you get the money. So that's it in a nutshell. Now, I realize that we're like 15 minutes in here, so there's a lot. Again, even if you want to make $10,000 a month, you've got to do some work and you've got to learn some things. You need to learn more than whatever you know right now, because if you know how to do this, then you should stop watching this video and go do it already if you know absolutely everything and how to do it. But my guess is, since you're watching the video, you were like me at one point and didn't know how to do this. And so the first thing you should do is just get over here to this website right here and get the free checklist, because you're going to need that. It's free. Just do it. It shows up in your email box. Away you go. The next thing you want to do is join the free Facebook group, because again, you want to be around like-minded people. You want to be able to ask questions, and you want help, don't you? Yeah, I do. I mean, I have questions once in a while too, because everybody has questions at whatever level they're at. And so in the Facebook group, people will help you. Then the next thing you want to do to really accelerate this is join the live classes. Come to the live classes if you can. If you can't, you can watch the replays, and you can learn the in-depth strategies, and you can get the resources like James Jernigan's hook list that he just gave us on Thursday, as well as tons of other stuff that's in the replay sheets. And you can start leveraging these things to really create a lot of value. And you can start with $1, $10, $100, $1,000, $5, $10, $20, $30, $40, $50,000 a month, all the way up to $5,000 a day and beyond. If you want to go that far. Do you want to quit early? Go ahead. If you don't want to, that's fine too. You can keep going. You can blow past $3 million a year if you want, if you're willing to do the work. But it all starts by going to the live classes, enter your email address, get into the live classes, and as soon as you get in here, there's another free training, and I will see you in the next live class. And until then, happy money making.